Vigor has been around for a few years now, and we've had a lot of seasons to enjoy the intensity, fun, and excitement that is the Outlands. However, what is the long-term outlook for Vigor? Will it succeed? Will it continue to grow? Will it stagnate? Will it even be around in a few years? These are all questions those of us who are veterans to the game have asked ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is X1 the Gamer, and I'm a huge fan of Vigor. And as with anything that I'm a huge fan of, I want to see it succeed. However, success is not a guarantee. In today's video, I want to talk about and discuss the things I think Vigor's doing right and why I do think Vigor will succeed. And so I've come up with 5 reasons that Vigor will succeed. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We cover and review all things Vigor. If this is the type of content that you enjoy, then subscribe and support the channel for free right now. All right, so the first reason Vigor will succeed is that it's free to play. This is huge. The fact that this game doesn't cost anything to jump into is one less barrier of entry that players have in order to check it out. Some of the most successful games in the world have been free to play. Games like Fortnite, Genshin Impact, RuneScape, Call of Duty Warzone, Warframe, Apex Legends, Hearthstone, World of Tanks, or even League of Legends. This model just works. The reason this model works is there is no risk for trying out a game. You don't have to worry about dropping $50 on a game you might not like. This makes your potential audience everyone on the platforms that your game is on. You're not limiting yourself to just people who can afford your game. This includes people with disposable income, adults, also children who rely on their parents to purchase games for them. There is no limit to who can try out your game. Literally anyone who wants to can try out Vigor because it's free to play. Kids and adults alike are able to try out Vigor, and the more players that try Vigor, the more opportunity Vigor has to hook them, impress them, and make them long-term players. The fact that Vigor is free to play is one of the biggest, if not the biggest reason Vigor will succeed in the long run. The next reason Vigor will succeed is simple, and that is simplicity. That's right, Vigor is a simplified looter, shooter, survival game, and it takes what games like Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown does and simplifies it. Vigor does not have complicated economics or a crazy amount of attachments that you need to learn, study, and know in order to succeed. This is not to say that those games are bad or that having more in-depth complicated systems is harmful, but I do think part of the appeal of Vigor is that it simplifies that formula. That simplicity makes it easy to grasp, easy to play, and easy to have fun. It's the simplicity that enables players to focus on one thing: encounters and gameplay within those encounters. You don't need to worry about economics. You don't need to worry about all this other stuff. You just jump in, you play, you get your loot, and you get out. You survive or you don't. It's that simple. Some of the best games ever took an existing genre and simplified it, and to me, that is Vigor's strength and one of the reasons they'll succeed: simplification. So the game is free to play. It is a simplified version of a more complex genre, but that doesn't matter unless it's fun. And that is the third reason I think Vigor will succeed. Vigor's just fun. Now, this might sound overly simplistic. Well, no duh, of course the game is fun, but that's a huge thing that we cannot talk past. Ultimately, the only thing that matters in any video game, in any genre, is whether or not the game is fun. Lots of beautiful, complex, powerhouse games with a huge budget and massive hype have failed because they forgot this one fact: video games are supposed to be fun. Vigor's not forgotten that. This game, even with some of its flaws and its critiques, is still a blast to play. There's nothing better than jumping into an encounter and being forced to make a decision. Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I fight? Pursuing your goal for the round and getting out with your loot, or getting killed. When push comes to shove and all is said and done, there is only one thing that matters in video games, and that is fun. And Vigor is fun and will succeed because of the fun factor. Now, I don't think we can talk about any game failing or succeeding without taking into account the developers and the team behind the game itself. And here we have some veterans. Bohemia Interactive is the developers of Vigor, and these guys have brought you titles like Arma and DayZ. One thing that does stand out with Bohemia Interactive is their history of constant support to their games. Even if their games launch unsuccessfully or to a lot of harsh critiques, they support that game typically until their games become successful. Both Arma and DayZ are supported to this day, and DayZ in particular did not start out with the greatest reception, but through the years of constant support and updates, it eventually became one of the highest selling games on Steam ever. It's this longevity and loyalty the studio shows to its projects that bodes well for Vigor. And for Vigor to succeed, Bohemian Interactive will ultimately have to support this game with updates and tweaks for years to come. And I think they do. I think they've shown that they can do that. They'll have to do that for this game to succeed. Which brings me to my fifth and final reason on why Vigor will succeed. And that is, it's one of the first movers in this genre. And this is known as first mover advantage. Vigor is one of the first games in the genre, and as a result has an advantage over any other games trying to jump into the niche. If a game comes into its space and does something better, or has a new take, it's easy for a game that's already established like Vigor to adjust. They're already established. They're here. They can fend off most incoming competition. I personally believe that this kind of intense looter shooter survival genre will continue to grow. I believe it's the next iteration of Battle Royale, and I think we're going to see some big players enter the arena. I believe we're going to see some big AAA competition come along soon. However, if Vigor is going to succeed, it will be in part because it's already here. It's here first, or at least among the first. First mover advantage is real, and it's incredibly hard to break into a new space. If Vigor succeeds, it'll be because they were already here when everyone else tries to jump in on the bandwagon. Don't discount the power that is first mover advantage. And that's my 5 reasons on why Vigor will succeed. There's obviously more than 5, but these are the ones that I think stand out the most. I do think Vigor is in an excellent position to continue to grow and evolve in the coming years. I think we're going to see the survival looter shooter become more mainstream, and Vigor is set up perfectly to ride that wave. Now, that doesn't guarantee success, nor do these 5 reasons guarantee success. Obviously, as with any project, any iteration of a game, decisions matter. Vigor is going to have to continue to make correct decisions and continue to grow on a very solid foundation that they've already set up for themselves. But I do think these 5 reasons help set Vigor up on that pathway to success. And we're going to see. Are they able to capitalize on that? Are they able to maintain that success and succeed in the long run? I think they have a good shot at it, and I think they can. I want to know what you guys think. What did I miss out on here? What did I leave out? What do you think is the biggest reason Vigor will succeed? Or do you think Vigor will succeed at all? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion on this. Again, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you guys like what I'm doing here. We're dropping videos every week. We also live stream right here on this channel every single Tuesday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and be informed when we go live. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.